Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you're having a fantastic day. In this video, I want to share another in-depth candle review, and the scent we're going to be discussing is Carby Musk from A Better World Fragrance House. I do have my little pug Penny sleeping right underneath the camera right now. She's taking a little snooze. I'm hoping that her snores aren't too terribly loud. But if you are hearing some like soft snoring in the background, just know you're not going crazy. It's just my dog. So I'm gonna leave her because she just looks very sweet right now. But yeah, you guys, let's dig into this Carby Musk from A Better World Fragrance House. If you are not familiar with A Better World Fragrance House, this is actually Drake's candle brand. I also noticed that he looks to be expanding into personal fragrance as well. So there is a fragrance available both on his website as well as Ulta. Any of the Better World Fragrance House products that I have purchased in the past, I have personally chosen to purchase from Ulta. I like their reward system, and yeah, it's a little bit more readily available, I guess. If you are looking to purchase any of the Better World Fragrance House products, you can purchase directly from their website. I do believe that they have free shipping to the US from Canada with any order of $50 or more. Or, like I said, purchase from Ulta. I first came across this brand last year when I was just perusing Ulta, probably looking for face wash or, I don't know, shampoo or something like that. There was one of those random shelves in one of these center aisles that was filled with home fragrance products, and I had never heard of A Better World Fragrance House before. So I kind of honed in on these candles. Luckily, there were some samples out for me to smell, and several of the scents really kind of rocked my world. You guys, these are beautiful fragrances. I have not seen a ton of people reviewing these candles, and my hope is to kind of get the word out about them because I think they are really special. I think they are a wonderful treat for yourself. Yes, they are a little bit more expensive, but I think they're worth the splurge if you are looking for something for a special room in your house, or if you are looking for a really beautiful, unique candle gift for a friend. I would highly recommend looking into the Better World Fragrance House candles. They are presented in a really nice, heavy cardboard box. You also receive a little Sharpie with each candle that you purchase. And it's just a little gold Sharpie that you can actually use to write a message on the candle. Now, my handwriting sucks. I have gifted a couple of these candles, but I just left the, I just went ahead and left the Sharpies in the boxes for my friends to write their own little messages on their birthday treats. But yeah, I think they are a really unique product with a solid performance. It is a company that uses soy wax. Personally, I love soy. I've been very curious about Carby Musk, especially because the price point of Carby Musk is significantly higher than all of the other candles that I have reviewed thus far. Carby Musk retails for $80, whereas the other candles, which are in the exact same size of container, like nothing's different. The number of wicks is the same. They use soy wax. Even the like labeling for the front is exactly the same. So there's no difference other than this quote unquote proprietary technology that is used in Carby Musk. So yeah, apparently this technology makes Carby Musk cost $80, whereas the regular candles are $48. So let's go ahead and actually start by reading a little bit about this technology. Then I'll tell you whether I think the technology works. So whether I had this experience with the candle or not. Then we'll get into the usual review of talking about the fragrance notes, what my nose detects. We'll discuss the strength and the throw, and then the overall burn quality. So let's go ahead and get started with reading a little bit about the technology here. I am reading this directly from the Better World Fragrance House website. If you'd like to pick this candle up or read up a little bit more about the brand, I will have it linked both at the Better World Fragrance House website as well as at Ulta. There are a number of reviews available at Ulta with the different fragrances, so you should definitely read through those if you are interested in picking these candles up. All right. Constructed unlike any other fragrance, Carby Musk is developed with an exclusive technology made to linger in the air longer and leave a lasting impression. So, is this exclusive technology really a thing? I don't think so. I don't know. I feel bad just kind of blasting that particular aspect of this candle, but I really don't find that this burns or lingers any differently in the air than any of my other candles from any of the other candle companies that I also really enjoy. This does not linger longer than my Kringle candles, than my Homeworks candles, than my Bath & Body Works candles, than my Nest candles or the Voluspa candles. I could keep going on by naming other candle companies, but I don't think that this Carby Musk lingers in the air any longer than any other candle. Even any longer than any of the other Better World Fragrance House candles. Do I think this is a fantastic scent? Yes. Will I repurchase this at some point in the future? Yes. It'll definitely have to be for some kind of a special occasion because, like I said, it is more expensive. But I love the scent, so I do want to experience it again in the future. But do I think this lingers in the air longer? No. Do I think that the additional, higher price point is justified for this technology? Absolutely not. So that's my opinion there. However, let's talk about the scent because that is where this particular fragrance really shines. I'm going to go ahead and read through the fragrance notes here and tell you what I actually smell. The fragrance family that this falls into is the Amber Musk family. And the top note here, there's just one. And it's an interesting one because this is kind of a divisive note for me normally. It's Lily of the Valley. In the middle, we have ambergris and oak moss. And then at the base, we have skin, musk, and amber woods. I wish that I had another fragrance to compare this to, but I really don't have anything quite like this in my candle collection. So this is very unique. I want to start at the top with that Lily of the Valley because I actually had the opportunity to play with some real Lily of the Valley at work this past weekend. My boss purchased a couple of bunches to do a special project with. Lily of the Valley, even at wholesale, is horrifically expensive. I mean, for the little tiny 5-stem bunches that we had, it was like, I think $9 or $10. So a very, very spendy little flower. And it is normally super, super potent. I actually have a Homeworks Lily of the Valley candle going in my laundry room underneath one of my candle lamps. I decided to go ahead and melt that particular candle because when I was burning it, it was just too potent. Like the Lily of the Valley is so potent. It's so, I would say, borderline aggressive. And that's normally my experience with Lily of the Valley is that it's just it's a very small, tiny, tiny flower, but it is so potent and it really has a strong, sweet, intense, like clean white floral note to it. It's nice in small doses. and you're getting a really small dose of it in here. That's what's so interesting, is that I kind of expected that Lily of the Valley to be much more potent in here, especially after lighting the candle, but it's really not. It is subtle. It is just kind of floating in the background. It's just this soft, beautiful floral note floating in the background. It doesn't take over the entire fragrance. This fragrance is very much a very warm, cozy, musky type of fragrance. I would not even put it in the floral family at all. And that's not the family that they put it in. They put it in the Amber Musk family. And I think it definitely is more suited to that. But it's just really surprising to see this particular floral note being listed, and then to have it actually be so subtle in terms of how it presents itself within the fragrance. Now, the middle notes of the ambergris and the oak musk are definitely quite noticeable in here. The ambergris imparts this really unique, sweet muskiness. The oak moss gives you just a little bit of like a woody earthiness. Oops, sorry about that. That's Penny moving around here. So you've got this like kind of nice, slightly woody, slightly earthy type of oak moss note. It blends really well with that ambergris. At the base, you have the skin musk and the amber woods. The amber that I smell in here is a very soft, but definitely very pretty and noticeable, perfumey, warm, resinous amber. What's interesting about this particular fragrance is that I don't think it leans masculine or feminine. Apparently, this is actually also what Drake himself smells like. Like, this is similar to the cologne that he wears. And honestly, I think if they came out with a Carby Musk perfume, I would totally buy it. And it would be the type of fragrance that both Craig and I could wear. It is a true, like, beautiful, soft, musky, unisex fragrance. It's just so lovely. And I think it is that amber that's in here that kind of gives that, like, slight touch of perfuminess to the scent. And then the skin musks are coming across as just a nice, clean, almost, I would say, fresh muskiness, just very clean, very light, nothing aggressive, nothing super sweet, but also not anything that would be considered like musty smelling either. This is, I wish I could compare this to something. Honestly, I wish that I could think of a fragrance, either a perfume in my head. The closest that I could come up with is the Clean Reserve skin fragrance. If you've ever smelled that, I think Carby Musk is kind of in line with that. Now, that's a perfume, it's not a candle, but if you are a fan of the Clean Reserve fragrances, you've probably experienced this one. Very, very clean, very musky, but also has like a beautiful perfuminess to it at the same time. That's what this is. You guys, this scent is incredible. Despite the price point, like, I love the scent. And even though I don't think it should be at the $80 price point, I will repurchase it just based off of the scent itself. Here's the thing though, this is not an insane powerhouse. It performs well for being a single wick, 10.5 ounce soy candle. It's got nice thick glass, you know, all of that. Like, I think, you know, it's a beautiful presentation. But the strength and the throw here is definitely, I would say, on the lighter, medium end of the spectrum. I would put the strength of this at a 6. Is it noticeable in the room where you're burning it? Yes, absolutely. You're gonna walk in and you're gonna be greeted by a very soft, very subtle, but beautiful fragrance experience. Does this travel much outside of the immediate area where you're burning it, however? No, it really doesn't. I would put the throw probably somewhere between a 4 and a 5. Again, despite that low number, I will still be repurchasing this in the future because it is such a lovely, unique scent. And I don't have a candle like this in my collection. And this is one that I love burning in the master bedroom. It's a very romantic fragrance. It's a fragrance that both Craig and I, like, it's just really soft. It's not aggressive, so we both enjoy it. It's just a lovely background scent. Now, I will say, this one has given me a little bit of trouble when it comes to the overall burn. So let's go ahead and dig in to the burn quality here. I'm gonna give you guys the overhead shot, so I want you to be able to see what's happening here. For some reason, this one has wanted to tunnel just a little bit for most of its life. Now, the wax has kind of gone down as the candle has burned, and you'll see that here in a second. But I do wish that it would pull out just a little bit easier. And let me zoom out here. You can kind of see, actually, there we go. You can see how that little bit of wax is sticking on the side here. Now, at some points towards the first few initial burns that I was doing, it definitely had a little bit more wax that was collecting on this side. But as the candle has continued to burn, I just haven't trimmed the wicks very short. I've left them a little bit longer. And that has definitely caused the candle to burn just a little bit hotter. And you see how you have this nice thick glass here. It's retained a little bit more of that heat. And you can see that that side over here is definitely melting into the wax. But other than that, no issues at all when it comes to the burn. The strength and throw have been very consistent from the get-go. Even though they are a little bit lighter, the strength and throw has been consistent, so definitely no complaints there. I really like for my candles to not tunnel. I did go ahead and sometimes put a candle sleeve around the candle to get the initial burn kind of going. And I think that that is something that has helped the remainder of the wax melt into the wax pool. If you don't have a candle sleeve, you can certainly use tin foil. I've certainly done that in the past, but I find that I don't really like the look of the tin foil. But yeah, overall, despite the increased price point, I still think this was worth splurging on, at least for myself. I know that I love the fragrance. I would love to see this in a personal fragrance format in the future, and I myself will repurchase this, you know, maybe for a birthday gift for myself or maybe as a Christmas gift this year, but I will enjoy this again in the future. So this is not the last that you will see of Carby Musk here on my channel, but I'd love to know what you guys think of this one, if you've had a chance to try it, if you think that exclusive technology maybe works a little bit better in your house. I just didn't think that it really made a difference over here in this house. So for what it's worth, those are my thoughts. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.